Hi, I'm Tyler, the Ordinary Mystic, and today I want to share with you a Notion template that I've been working on just for tarot readers. I made this template to help with journaling through the tarot deck as you log various readings, as your knowledge of the tarot grows. This is a space for you to keep track of what you're learning, to store all your spreads and readings in one place, but most importantly, to link everything together. So as your practice grows, as your library of readings continue to grow, everything's going to be connected to the cards so that when you're in there studying individual cards, you're able to see all of the readings where that card has appeared. And likewise, when you're studying your spreads or your different readings that you've done, you can see connected to it which cards have appeared. This is a great way to see which cards are appearing more often. Maybe it's going to help you sense some patterns that you haven't been able to pick out before. This template has been a game changer for me as I've been learning tarot, and I hope it helps you as well. Let's take a look.
All right, here we are on the home page for the tarot dashboard. You can see there's not much here. That's because it's empty. We don't have any readings right now. But if we did have readings, we would see our recent readings here, as well as any recent tarot cards that have shown up in our readings. Those will populate right here. At the bottom, we have our favorite spreads, and I'll show you the spreads library here in a minute. If you mark a spread as one of your favorites, it's going to show up right here on your home page. So let's jump into this and see a little bit more about how it works. First, you'll see that we have this About page. It tells you in detail how to use the dashboard, what it's about, who I am, etc. But first, let's take a look at the tarot spreads. This is going to be your spreads dashboard, and it comes with a few spreads already in here just to get you started. I highly recommend that when you get this template for yourself, come in here and delete the spreads that you don't use, add the spreads that you do use most often. That's what makes this template so incredibly useful, and that's what makes Notion in general so incredibly useful, is the fact that you can customize it to your exact needs. So this is just to give you an idea of what's possible, but of course adapt this to your own style of reading tarot, add your spreads in here, and then you'll be able to use those spreads in your own readings. These are the spreads that we're going to be working with today, just in this quick demo. Now, once we have our spreads in place, let's jump into the tarot cards section. You can see that we have the entire library of Rider-Waite Smith, all of these cards already in the system. We've got all 78 cards. You can view them all at once. You can view just the major arcana. You can view just the minor arcana, which is grouped by the suits, just so you can come in here and study the cards individually. And there's a few other things you can do with the cards, which we'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to jump into the bread and butter of this dashboard, which is the readings themselves. You can see we have a calendar here. We have a table or a feed, which there's nothing in there right now. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. To add a new reading, it's really simple. You can just come in here and click new, or on the sidebar here on all of the pages, we have a new reading and a new daily reading. These are just buttons to help you get started really quickly, and you can customize this. So if you have a certain spread that you do often, you can add that down here to a button so you can add it in really fast. But for this instance, we're just going to add a new reading, and it's going to open up the new page. I'm just going to call this test reading, and it's going to populate with a new page here. I'm just going to take out my tarot deck, and we're just going to do a real quick test. I'm just going to shuffle these real fast and pull out. Let's pick a spread first. Let's say, let's do a past, present, and future read. Let's say we're doing just a, whoa, quick. This card fell out, so it's the one we're going to use. We've got the Six of Swords. Let's pull out two more cards. Got the Eight of Wands. That card's been showing up a lot for me recently. And we've got the Queen of Wands. Okay, so that's my past, present, and future reading for today. So what I would do is simply come in here to where it says Relations, click Add Cards, and I'll type these out. Six of Swords. We also got the Eight of Wands. And we've got the Queen of Wands. And now you can come through this. Again, this is all customizable, so whatever you like to do on your in your journal, whatever prompts you like to use, or if you don't want any prompts in there and you just want this to be blank, you can do that too. This template is totally customizable. But we can come in here and talk about the situation or question, what was asked, what brought you to the cards today. This is just a test reading. No question was asked. Card by card breakdown. So we can see the card, number, and position title. So we can change this to say card 1 passed. The card was 6 of Swords. Traditional meaning, and you can see the traditional meanings down here in this little table. Traditional meaning is transition, change, rite of passage, releasing baggage. These keywords are taken from Biddy Tarot. Again, fully customizable. If you like different keywords, come in here and change these to your heart's content. Really, the goal of this dashboard is that you get to learn the cards themselves and not rely on the keywords, which is the whole point of journaling through the tarot to begin with. But these keywords are a quick and easy way to get you started if you need it. Meaning in this spread, this is where you would reflect on what this card might mean. I'm going to click New Card, and now we can say card number 2, and the position is present. Twirl that down, and the card is 8 of Wands. Traditional meaning and spread, we can click New Card and add card number 3, which is the future, and you get the idea. Then you can come in here and just give an overall reflection. You can just journal, free form, however you want to do it. And then if you want to put any follow-up steps in here, any really quick nuggets that you can look at later and get kind of a bite-sized view of what this reading was about, you can throw that in here. And you can see once we've done that, we now have in our recent readings section, we have this test reading, August 6th, 2025, and we can see the spread is past, present, and future. We can also see it pop up here in our calendar, and there it is in our table and our feed. So there's lots of different ways for you to look through your past readings. And now that we've also done that, if we go to our home view, you can see that we have these 3 cards have now appeared in our recent cards section. So let's take a closer look at the tarot cards now. We can see, again, we have recent cards, cards by deck order, and then we have cards by frequency. So this is going to tell you how many times you've seen each card. So if they're, like I said earlier, the 8 of Wands has been showing up a lot for me recently in my own personal readings. That card is going to be closer to the top because of its frequency. And it's going to tell you here how many times you've seen each card, when the last time you saw this card was. Just a really great way for you to keep tabs on the cards that you're going through, the cards that are coming up more often in your readings. And as these cards appear more often in the readings, you can journal on your own reflections for these cards, how the meaning of these cards are evolving for you over time. And to do that, if you want to journal on these cards, you totally can. You can just click on Ace of Wands, for instance, and open it up. We have a little summary here. You can click the link to read the full article on Biddy Tarot. But then we have this My Personal Meaning section. And this is where you can really reflect on the card. Look at it, stare at it, meditate on it. I recommend doing this with a couple of cards each week to really just spend some time with one card. And there's some prompt ideas here to help get you started. But really, this is just a space for you to journal about what this card means to you, how this card has appeared in your readings. And of course, once you start seeing these cards in readings, they'll appear here. For instance, let's find a card that was in our reading. Let's do Queen of Wands. We can see, oh yeah, it was in our test reading from August 6th. We can see that here as we're journaling. So when you're reflecting on a card, you can come down here and read through every time this card has appeared in your past readings, which will really help inform how that meaning has developed for you over time. I think this is a really cool tool. It's helped me a lot in my own personal tarot journey. I used to have a journal that was just on paper with pen, and it was great, but it was really hard for me to connect the cards and the readings together. So this Notion dashboard has really been a game changer for me. One more thing I want to show you. This isn't the main reason for this dashboard, but I think it's kind of cool. There is a Read Now section. So we can come down here and see that we have the entire deck, all 78 cards, in a totally random order, and we can't see which card is which. And we can even click this shuffle deck button, and that's going to shuffle the cards again. And now what we can do is we can come in here and just essentially use this as a tarot simulator. If we want to just grab a card at random, we can just click any card we want. We can see, okay, we got the 5 of Cups, or we got the 6 of Pentacles. You can click it just to get a really quick view of what the card is, or you can click this checkbox that says select card, and that's going to pull the card out of the deck down here and throw it up here in this current cards section. So this way we can pull out full spreads. Let's pull out this card, and this card. And now we have a really quick 4-card spread with these 4 cards, and we can do whatever we want with them. We can click and drag the order around if we want to change how these appear. And once we're done with this, we just click this clear current cards button, and they go back into the shuffled deck. And then we can shuffle it again, change up the order, rinse and repeat however many times we need to. I don't use this often, but I think it's a pretty cool feature, and it could come in handy if maybe you're out and about and you just want to do a really quick reading, but you don't have your deck on hand. This could be a good way to bring tarot into your everyday life in situations that maybe you haven't been able to before. So that is my tarot card dashboard. If you're interested, you can click the link down in the description below and check it out on Etsy. Again, it's been a game changer for me. If you have any thoughts, any suggestions or feedback, I would love to hear it. Feel free to leave a comment down below or message me on Instagram. You can find all my contact info down in the description as well. Thanks for checking out this video. I hope this dashboard is helpful for you, and I look forward to making more content about tarot, astrology, productivity, Notion. These are things that I'm passionate about, so I love to bring together my passions in unique ways, and I hope there are other people out there who are just as into spirituality and Notion as I am, and if so, this is perfect for you.